So, this is not a normal movie I would watch, but my sister, my friend Halima, asked me to watch it and get my perspective on it. So, this is what I thought, okay? And so just take it with a grain of salt, okay? Sometimes a movie isn't really a movie, sometimes it's a mirror. And when I watched Sinners, I realized something. It wasn't about the plot, it wasn't about who was right or wrong, it was about human nature and what happens when people run from themselves. In the film, you see characters who make decisions driven by fear, guilt, pride, secrecy, desire, and sometimes pure survival. And the truth is, that's not a movie, that's life. But the lesson, at least for me, came down to three things. One, no one escapes their own choices, not even when they think they're hiding. Every character in the film tried to bury something, a lie, mistake, a desire, a wound, and life kept bringing it back to their doorstep because that's what life does. Life is not punishing us, life is trying to free us. You can't heal what you refuse to face. You can't outrun what lives inside you. If anything, that movie showed that avoidance is more dangerous than the truth. So, this is something I live by. I don't run anymore. I sit with my pain, my memories, my growth, whatever it is. The parts of me that hurts, I sit with it and face them because they can't control me, right? Hurt people don't just hurt people, they repeat cycles until someone becomes conscious enough to break them. Each generation, every character carried generational patterns. Some carried trauma, some carried shame. Some of us carried rage that did not even start with us. We've seen the same things: cycles in families, cycles in relationships, cycles in how people treat us when they don't understand our spirit and our purpose. The lesson here is not to judge them. The lesson is to recognize when the cycle ends with you. You don't repeat things just because they were handed to you. You don't stay in rooms where your spirit is dim. You don't carry the sins of others, not even the ones who didn't know how to love you. You break patterns. That is why life trusts you with wisdom. That is why your journey has tested you more than most. Cycle breakers are always tested. Next, the real sin in life is living in fear instead of truth. The title Sinners makes you think it's about moral right and wrong. But when you peel it back, the movie is about fear-based living, fear of being exposed, fear of consequences, fear of judgment, fear of being alone, and fear is what makes people betray themselves. The lesson: your freedom comes from living in your truth, not perfection, not performance, not pleasing others. And that is who you're becoming in this season of your life. You speak honestly, you walk away when peace is being disturbed, you protect your energy, you don't shrink your voice anymore, you don't wear the mask you once had to wear just to survive. The movie shows what happens when people stay trapped in fear. Your life shows what happens when someone chooses truth. Not everyone is meant to go where you're going, and that's not failure, it's clarity. In the film, the characters aren't aligned. Different values, different motives, different levels of awareness. And when you walk a higher path, you can't bring everyone with you. Not because you're better, but because your path requires consciousness, honesty, and elevation. You've lived this. You've let people go not because you stopped loving them, but because they could not grow with you. That's not a sin, that's self-preservation. That's spiritual maturity. That's alignment. Sometimes the story isn't to teach you something, it's to confirm what you already know. And this might be the most important lesson. You didn't miss the message. You didn't overlook the meaning. The film simply reflected something we already understood. Humans are complicated. People lie to themselves before they lie to others. Secrets rot the soul. Truth heals. Growth requires honesty, and every choice has a cost. This movie wasn't to teach us, it was to validate our journey. Your life has taught you more than this film ever could. And as I'm sitting here, I'm thinking maybe that's why the meaning of this did not hit me immediately, because I was really thinking I did not get this movie until I had to sit down and really think about it, because I promised my friend that I would really look at it and evaluate it. In saying all of this, when I look back at Sinners, I don't walk away asking, what did I miss? I walk away realizing I already understood the language of growth, truth, cycles, and consequences. I've lived through them. I've risen beyond them, and every day I choose not to be defined by the things that once tried to break me. And if there's a message for anyone who watches that film, it's this. Don't fear your truth. Fear losing yourself by running from it. Because the moment you face it, you're no longer a sinner, you're awakened. I'm hoping this is what I was supposed to learn from this, but I do not know. We will see. And also, one thing I realized is the haints that my mother talked about on the side of the road in South Carolina. That's what they had in their eyes, that glare. It was weird as heck. Okay, I hope you guys have a beautiful night, and it is a great movie. I normally don't watch things like this, but I was watching this from a different perspective, which allowed me to watch all the stuff in it. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.